This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. At No Way Out 2000, Shane makes his return as a heel, again trying to help the Big Show defeat The Rock. These efforts fail as Rock or Vince returns the next Monday night on Raw, and then Rock gets a rematch with Big Show. And they start the road to WrestleMania. And this is essentially where we get the whole McMahon in every corner concept. How did Shane shake out in all of that?
Well, I think that when you looked at the real question is what the hell was Linda doing in there more than anything?
Yeah.
Linda was the reluctant performer of the group. And as we'll see a year later, in the storyline with Linda in the wheelchair, Linda stole the show in the group, but Linda was the one that you looked at the most and said, which one doesn't belong here in the performing area? And wasn't something that Linda, I don't think she really enjoyed doing it. But the rest of them, it kind of was like peanut butter and jelly, but they fit, they fit like a glove in the business, and were just naturals. They belong.
Let me ask you about Linda for a minute. We often hear guys who are in the business, when it comes time to have a conversation about their kids, maybe having an interest in the business or whatever, you often hear them say, "Oh no, I don't want my kid getting in the business." And I wonder how that might be different from a Linda McMahon perspective, because obviously she's had a corporate role, and her kid's existence in the wrestling business wouldn't be like any other kid in the wrestling business existence. Was she hesitant to encourage or discourage, or where did she stand on the kids getting in the family biz?
Well, as far as getting in the business, I think that they were encouraging them to get into the business. As far as getting into the performing end of the business, I think there may have been a little bit of hesitation, but once they're in it, you go, okay, they're good. So maybe that's where they belong. And that's a tough thing for a parent sometimes. I've wrestled with it a lot myself. From different times that I've thought that, God, if either of my kids came to me and wanted to be in the business, how would I react? And would I discourage it or encourage it? I think I would let them go down that road and figure it out. And I think that's what Vince and Linda did here.
Of course, Test is poised to marry Stephanie that year, but as we know by now, a different groom steps in, Mr. Triple H. And as Vince is then feuding with Triple H, Shane's attacked in early December 99 by Triple H and DX and thrown off the stage in a gang style attack. And they're preventing members of the corporation from saving him. And later in the year, Stephanie's going to turn heel, and now she's got her new kayfabe husband, Triple H, and they start the whole McMahon-Helmsley faction, and we're off to the races. Stephanie turning heel, was that always the plan, to get all the McMahons to be big characters on TV, or did everybody just sort of take to it like a fish to water and we're off to the races?
It was more along the lines of, once they got into it, all of a sudden it was like, well, shit, we got some great characters here, so let's keep going. I don't think that, much like Vince's father didn't want to see Vince as a performer, I'm not sure that Vince really wanted to see the kids as performers. However, once they got into it, it was a matter of they were good. They weren't George Goulas. They were good.
Let's keep it going here. Let's talk about the next big rivalry for Shane. He's going to be feuding with Kane after Linda got a tombstone pile driver. And the match ultimately leads to another last man standing match, which I guess at this point is a specialty of Shane McMahon's. It happens at Unforgiven. And then there's even an ambulance match at Survivor Series.
But again, can I just say something about that?
Yeah.
when Kane gave Linda a tombstone.
Yes. That's a sentence.
I know. And I just, that was one of those days of, you know, Linda, bless her heart, man, was just like, okay. Yeah. It was, and again, she was the last one of the group that wanted to be in front of a camera, never wanted to take a bump, do any of that stuff. And was just like, okay. And did it like a champ. Crazy.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.